Hello, and welcome back to Introduction to Python. Today, we're going to be discussing machine learning. Machine learning is the area of data science that involves using data to train computers to perform tasks, such as generating predictions. In this lesson, we will be discussing some general concepts and terminology relating to machine learning, but will not be looking at any code. We will learn how to use Python to create machine learning models in later lessons. So, what is machine learning? Machine learning can be described as a subfield of artificial intelligence that employs computer science, mathematics, and statistics to create algorithms that learn from data, that learn from previously collected data. Machine learning models are trained to perform certain tasks through trial and error rather than by following a specific set of rules that have been explicitly programmed by a human. In many cases, this approach is simpler to implement than developing explicit rules and is often more effective. There are lots of applications of machine learning spanning many different fields. A partial list of some applications would include spam detection, generating search results, performing image classification, performing voice recognition, programming autonomous vehicles, creating a model to predict credit scores based on other financial and demographic information, predicting the sales price of a house, performing medical diagnoses, or creating a system to generate recommendations for a user, or performing handwritten character recognition. There are three main types of machine learning algorithms: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. In this lesson, we will provide an overview of each of these methods, but in this class, we're going to focus primarily on supervised learning. A supervised learning task is one for which we are trying to predict a certain output based on one or more inputs. In a supervised learning task, you will be provided with a data set that contains several observations, each consisting of the inputs that we're interested in, as well as the correct output for that observation. The goal of a supervised learning task is to study that data set to create a model that would allow us to predict the output for a new set of inputs. In an unsupervised learning task, we don't have explicit inputs or outputs. We're not trying to predict labels for individual observations so much as we are trying to find structure within the data. Some common supervised learning tasks are clustering, where we have a data set that we don't necessarily know if the observations cluster together or are related in a certain way, and so we want to apply an algorithm to see if we can detect clusters within that data. Another example of an unsupervised learning task would be fraud detection or anomaly detection. In a task like this, we don't necessarily know ahead of time what a fraudulent transaction or an anomalous observation looks like, but we want to basically train an algorithm to detect any kind of observation that seems out of the ordinary. In reinforcement learning, we train a computer agent, a software agent, to perform a certain task within an environment. Some examples of reinforcement learning would be to train an algorithm to play chess, or to train a self-driving car to be able to navigate a highway system, or training an artificial intelligence to play a video game.